And in the wake of the mass shooting, we have a disaster preparedness expert who is joining us on the phone this morning, Jay Dotson. He is a certified instructor in the area of defensive tactics and consults for the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. Jay, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's start off with where there are any workers that could they have done anything is the question I wanted to ask you.
Good morning. Yes. The businesses should prepare for, any business should prepare for this type of an incident by doing some sort of a risk assessment. And through that risk assessment, they should identify what we would call safe zones. In other words, an area they could go behind a locked door that would be somewhat of a barrier against a violent person with a weapon or a firearm.
What steps do police take when they arrive at the scene?
Well, the police across the country have been trained very well since Columbine 1999. So what the police departments do, and Indianapolis is one of the top in the country, they look for the person that has the weapon. They go after that person. They try to find them as quickly as possible so they can stop them from injuring other people. It is not necessarily their goal, though, to rescue victims. We have other groups, EMS groups or fire department groups, that we have programs throughout different states, and I believe there's a tactical medical program in Indiana that they use as well. And those folks would come after and would try to help the victims after the police had interviewed them. The police will ask them questions like, what did the person look like? What type of weapon were they carrying? Those kind of things. And so they go after that person in teams of 2, 3, and 4. They're tactically engineered to find the person and take them out as soon as possible.
And what can companies do, if anything, to prepare for situations like this and keep their employees safe?
Well, it's interesting. About 7, 8 years ago, hardly any businesses had written plans. In today's world, just about every business has a written plan for an active shooter incident. You might think that may not be very important, but the importance of the plan is it predetermines what people should do if they are encountered with the active shooter incident, which is critical that we think this through in advance, because we try to respond to it when it happens, we're likely to not respond in an appropriate way. So first, a written plan. Then you encourage your employees to report any type of a threat, because we know that almost every active shooter incident, the person either commits suicide, which is most of the time, or they are planning, or they know they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison. So they're very, very dedicated to it. So if the building itself, the business itself, has created barriers, has created mass communication systems for employees to be contacted immediately, so they know where to go to the safe zones, things like that. But most importantly, any type of a threat, even if we feel as if it is not valid, it needs to be reported to management. Management needs to investigate that. And there have probably been many times in our country where the active shooter incident has been prevented by taking action, but we don't have data on that.
All right, Jay Dotson, thank you for your insight. Certified instructor who consults for Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. We appreciate it. For more information on the mass shooting, we've got it all on our website right now. It's fox59.com.